Hello and welcome to another episode of EQ and You. I'm joined today with my buddy, Steve Friedlein. Hi, Steve.
Good morning and welcome.
We are going to talk today about a critical model for resiliency called the MOST model. It's an acronym. It stands for Motivation, Optimism, and Stress Tolerance, 3 critical EQ skills that help you build your resiliency. So, should we start with motivation?
I say let's go there.
Okay. So tell me what you think about motivation. What comes to mind for you?
Well, I think about the fact that it's both internal and external in that sometimes I'm motivated by someone who governs decisions that I'm making when I'm forced to follow a process that's set up by someone else, which then motivates me to either concur with what they're asking or break away from it. But I think most importantly, as I look at it, there's the internal side where I look at it from 3 different perspectives. First of all, I need to activate a motivation. I need to find something that's going to get me started. And once I do that, then it becomes a matter of being persistent, sticking with it. If it's something that's I'm going to learn over a period of time, not giving up and falling away. But I think the third piece that really ties into the MOST model is that intensity piece. Am I putting too much pressure on myself? Can I sustain this new activated idea that I want to put forth in my life? Because the whole idea behind motivation for me, Jen, is my ability to sustain a new behavior and become a better version of myself as a result.
Yeah, for sure. Because there's going to be a lot of challenges that come along the way, without a doubt. And I think it's important to also note that motivations change over time. Something that might have motivated us 5 years ago might not motivate us today. And we have to continually ask ourselves, like, what do I need to do differently?
Right. So it's really the why behind our actions. And like you said, my reasons for becoming motivated might be very different from yours. And I think just having the desire to accomplish something isn't really motivation. That's not enough. It's really, to what extent am I willing to go after this and stick with it? What will motivate me over time, and why am I wanting to accomplish this change?
Yeah, and I think that's kind of where the optimism comes in too, because I have to see that positive change is possible for myself and someone else. So for me to stick with it, because, we'll be motivated for a while, and then sometimes we hit the wall. Optimism is what kind of keeps us going, because we know that the good will be on the other side. The reward will be worth delaying our gratification for. So the optimism is kind of that positivity. And in today's world, I think we have to almost seek out positive messaging because it's not readily available.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I think that really leads me to thoughts on the subject of stress tolerance, which is obviously the ST of the MOST model. And to what extent am I pushing myself too hard? To what extent might I be stressing myself out because I've not motivated myself to make change? I think that's another way to look at it. Sometimes the stress for me comes from the fact that I should be doing something else here. I should be accomplishing certain tasks that I haven't gotten around to. And I think that's the flip side of a lack of motivation that can create stress in my life.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's funny because, with everything going on right now, we're recording this right in the middle of COVID. There's a lot of emails going around and memes like, oh, make this time for you to be your best you. And I'm kind of like, I don't want to hear that right now. I don't want to hear go train for a marathon, go read a book every week. Like, not happening. I'm just trying to get through the week.
Exactly. And I think that speaks to the fact that motivation absolutely has to come from me. I mean, I can listen to all these things about people telling me what I should be doing, but the reality is, unless I feel inclined to want to make a change, it's not going to happen, no matter what someone else tells me.
That's right. Yeah. And stress tolerance goes up and down. So the goal is when my tolerance for stress is high, that's when I want to do something that really challenges me, because I can handle more stress during those times. In times like now, when our stress tolerance is collectively lower, now's not the time to take on something really difficult.
Yeah. So what I've learned today, Jen, is that I should not be telling you to go read a book, learn a new language.
Yeah, don't be, I'm not training for a marathon out there. Not happening. I'm trying to get through the week without killing my kids or my husband. That's
Oh,
my goal. I'm calling it a win on Friday.
I like it. Well, I'm going to seek to become a little more motivated, but I'll also keep in mind what may or may not be good in conversations with you. And on that
Good,
note,
good thinking. See ya.